Meet Lauren, a Manhattan district attorney who is excellent at her job and comes from a rich family. Her billionaire dad recently died and left her only $1 million, while leaving her younger brother $20 million and her mother the key to the whole kingdom. Her dad's passing is a shock to the whole family. He had a heart attack, rushed to get help, then passed out and died on the ground. But the strange thing is, her dad was in very healthy condition. Lauren is in grief, and her father's death hit her like a truck. She was not interested in the money, but still, her dad leaving her so little in comparison cut her deep, despite trying not to show it. Her brother, a politician running for re-election and receiving $20 million, tried to console her by offering half of it. But she shrugged it off, saying money is not the issue. Her dad's lawyer told her that her father was very proud of her accomplishments and that the amount of inheritance shouldn't say otherwise. Then the lawyer handed her an envelope, saying it was a key to a wine cellar. Confused why her dad left her the wine cellar, she accepted it. Inside the envelope was a flash drive that held her father's recorded confession. He said if she was seeing this, that meant he was dead and hadn't found the courage to tell her this big secret. He asked for forgiveness. His message contained vague instructions about burying the truth, along with a location of this so-called secret. Lauren calmly left her father's home and headed to the site. Her husband tried to comfort her before she left, but she told him she was okay. When she reached the location, memories started flooding back, her dad lashing out at her for trying to enter this wine cellar years ago, telling her it was off limits. She found a door leading underground. She opened it and headed inside. What she found shocked her to the core. A man chained to the ceiling by his neck. At first, he looked dead, but when she tried to wake him, he suddenly opened his eyes and scared her. Lauren immediately ran outside, in shock, not believing what she had just seen. When she got back, her brother again said he didn't know why their dad would do something like that. He offered once more to split his money, but Lauren told him again that she didn't care about the money and that he should use it for his campaign. She recollected herself, talked to her mom, replayed some memories, and then headed back to the cellar and the chain man. This time, she had the courage to speak to him. She asked him to explain himself. He told her to let him go if she was a good person, and that he would tell her the truth if she brought him a steak, whiskey, and pie for dessert. Lauren returned with the food, but instead of getting to the point, he started talking about her family and things she wasn't interested in. Impatient, and not having time to play games, she walked out, warning him that next time he had to tell her the truth or she would leave him to rot in the cellar. Lauren later came back, after taking a phone call, ready to hear the truth. The man told her that her father would bring him a chocolate bar every New Year. Not the whole bar, but just one square, leaving the rest in front of him to taunt him. He then introduced himself as Morgan Warner. Morgan began telling her how he met her father. The two had loved gambling and partying until one night. While Archer Monroe was driving, they hit a man. Archer panicked, decided to hide the crime, and buried the body in a remote location. Morgan wanted to come clean and do the right thing, but Archer refused, hitting him with a crowbar and keeping him captive to stop him from revealing the truth. Archer even offered Morgan the chance to take his own life, but couldn't bring himself to do it. To the world, Archer spread the story that Morgan had stolen his winnings and fled the country. Morgan, horrified, explained that he once had a bright future. He dreamed of becoming a medical doctor, but it was all destroyed. He then revealed a shocking truth that made Lauren doubt him even more. A mysterious woman named Sophia, who had even been left an inheritance. Furious, Lauren stormed out of the cellar in disbelief. She went to the location Morgan had given her and confronted Sophia, only to find out that everything Morgan said was true. Sophia existed, and Lauren even had a stepbrother. Sophia had been living quietly for around 30 years, bound by a non-disclosure agreement. Lauren then confronted her dad's lawyer about Sophia. He assured her it was no threat, but when she asked if he knew Morgan Warner, the lawyer denied knowing him. Her mom later offered Lauren an equal share of money, the same amount as her brother, but Lauren refused. Determined, she returned to Morgan, demanding to know more. He said he knew everything and offered to show her the burial site if she took him with her. Reluctantly, she agreed. As they traveled, Morgan was in awe of seeing the world again. Her husband called, worried about her strange behavior. They finally reached the burial site. Lauren started digging and uncovered a skeleton, the man her father had run over. Disappointed and heartbroken, she forced Morgan back into the cellar at gunpoint. But Morgan begged her to let him go. He promised to stay quiet and vanish forever. Lauren, torn and unsure, left him chained as she tried to think things over. She even started investigating Morgan's identity, but hit a dead end. When she returned to the cellar, she gave him clothes to change into. Later, she met with a lawyer to set up an offshore account with $1 million and a fake ID not traceable to her family. The lawyer asked why, but she refused to explain. He reminded her how proud her father had been of her. Then, almost accidentally, he revealed a cover-up involving her brother and her dad paying off union reps. Furious, Lauren confronted her brother and slapped him. Then she returned to the bunker. Her whole family was now collapsing under the weight of these secrets. Despite it all, she decided to free Morgan. She drove him to the airport, handed him over to the family lawyer Harold, and threatened him. If he ever spoke, she would pin every cold case on him. Harold gave him cash and set up his $1 million account. But as the jet was preparing to leave, Lauren's mother received a lead in the mail. When she opened it, she looked like she had seen a ghost. Morgan had lied about his past. He wasn't just a victim. He was an evil serial killer. Lauren tried to reach Harold, but only got his voicemail. She rushed to the airport, only to discover Harold had been killed. Terrified, she called her mother, but again, only voicemail. She hurried home and found her mother chained in the wine cellar, the same place Morgan had been imprisoned. Suddenly, Morgan knocked her out and chained her too. Morgan revealed the final, horrifying truth. He said he was the one who killed Archer Monroe. He had poisoned him during a game of chess. He also revealed that years ago, he had drugged Catherine and slept with her. Catherine told Archer, and enraged, Archer beat Morgan and drove him away, until they hit a stranger on the road, binding Archer to Morgan's silence. That was when Archer locked him up. Now Morgan ranted about getting his pound of flesh and destroying the Monroe family legacy. He told Lauren he was her real father, that she was conceived that night. But before he could do more damage, her mother shot him dead. Together, they burned the cellar, leaving the story buried forever.